right, so how about that, huh? It's a good way to open the show. Well, thank you so much for being here tonight. This is a little bit different than the way we usually do things, you know, being outside to inside. It's a lot cooler in here. It feels wonderful. We are ready to get this show on the road. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here as we kick off the 28th Annual DAC Foundation's Michigan High School Athlete of the Year Awards. My name is Lorne Plant, and alongside my colleague, Elizabeth Coon, we thought we'd start the show, since things were a little different, we'd start the show a little different than we normally do. We want to show a little more love and a little more respect to our nominees tonight. We're going to introduce each one of them. So just like across the street how the Tigers get their own walk-up music, well, we're giving our nominees their own little walk-up. So we're going to do that, and of course, ladies first. So Elizabeth, I will let you do the honors as we bring in the nominees for Female Athlete of the Year.
All right, thank you, Lorne, and let's get this thing started. First off, Ava Bradshaw from South Lyon High School.
I'm very appreciative. I think it's very generous of them to extend this to me and the other athletes as well. And I very much appreciate it and recognize that it is a very big honor. And as much as I just talked about how much I can't stand individual awards, I do value this award as well, and I value it as more of a way from an athlete, but as me as a reflection of a person. But I also would like them to remember that if I lose this award, it doesn't really matter to me because I am focused on my team. You know, like that, there will never be a day that I'm gonna get upset about losing an individual award as long as my team goes and wins our games tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always gonna be that team first mentality, and I think that's a byproduct of my own just understanding that I am not enough. You know, I need other people around me, and I just want them to remember that.
All right, next up from Farmington Hills Mercy High School, Milena Chivoye.
Honestly, this honor means everything to me. I was really excited to see that I was nominated, and especially out of such a qualified pool of applicants, so I was really excited, so thank you.
All right, next we've got from Brighton High School, Sabrina Noss.
I just want to say thank you so much for considering me as a nominee. It's just such a cool experience. I did not know what I was getting into at first, and this has blown me away. Like, it's so cool. I love it. I think it's a cool thing that you guys do, and just thank you again. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
All right, now from Allen Park High School, Abigail Russell.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. I did not think I would get to be here, and it's an honor for me to be able to be here. So.
All right, next up from Macomb Lutheran North High School, Lauren Timp.
I just want to say thank you. You know, I could have never imagined, you know, freshman year me like sitting here now, but it's the greatest opportunity I've had. You know, just being able to, you know, 6 girls in the state is a huge accomplishment, so I'm just very grateful for it.
And unable to be with us tonight as she is enrolling at the University of Georgia, please put your hands together for Summer Davis.
Thank you for the nomination and being the finalist. I really appreciate it, and I'm happy to be here.
All right. West Bloomfield's own Summer Davis. So we congratulate her. And it was unfortunate she couldn't be here, but we celebrate her, and we will celebrate her a little bit later. So thank you, Elizabeth, and we're going to see you back up here in just a bit. Okay. All right, so now we are going to introduce the fellas, and we're going to start from Grand Rapids Catholic Central High School, Darrell Brooks.
Hey, you know if I say it, then I mean, you know who to call.
I can't be nothing but, I'm nothing but blessed. Can't say nothing but thank you. Like, even just being in this building is crazy. The bowling alley, the swimming pool, the gym, the view of the Tiger Stadium, Ford Field being right there. So I can't do nothing but thank you, thank the committee, thank everybody that invested time into looking at my application and seeing like they thought I was worthy. So I'm nothing but honored and blessed.
And as you could tell, I'm a little more animated than Elizabeth, so just bear with me. This is fun for me. So from Northville High School, Sachit Kumar.
I just wanna fly, yes, I just got my wings certified, I'm a pilot.
First of all, I have to thank the DAC. I mean, just to be recognized for anything such as prestigious as this is just an honor. But to be with a company like this and see what other athletes, what they do and how they train and what sports they play, everyone's so diverse here. I don't think anyone plays a similar sport here, except like maybe girls and guys may be different, but none of the guys I don't think play the same sport. So just to see what their lives are like and the DAC picking me out of, I mean, I play tennis. I know we don't get recognition. I know, I was like, maybe there'll be like 4 football guys and maybe me or something, but I mean, yeah, thank you for selecting me. I mean, it's an honor more than anything.
From Birmingham Groves High School, Angus, don't call me Angus, call me Gus McDonald.
The deal is what the real is, what the meal is. He's hungry, but ain't no food.
Thank you so much for your nomination. This means not only so much to me and my parents. Scholarship money is also incredibly helpful because we could use that. Thank you so much for your nomination. It's been an honor.
And tennis was probably the only sport that this athlete did not play in high school. From Mason High School, A.J. Martell.
Boom, boom, boom. I mean, I guess thank you is the first thing that comes to mind. I know that I worked hard for my academic and athletic success, so to be recognized for that is amazing, and just super appreciative of them.
All right. And also from Northville High School, Dante Nori.
So many ways.
I think if you give it to me, you're giving it to a leader, someone that's going to, of course, put others before himself. You're giving it to someone that gives back to community all the time. You're giving it to someone that is always there for people and one of the hardest workers in the state.
All right, so thank you for indulging me for that little experience. Definitely fun. Once again, welcome to the 28th Annual DAC Foundation's Michigan High School Athlete of the Year Awards. Tonight, we gather here to honor the exceptional talent, dedication, and hard work of our state's finest young athletes. Every year, these exceptional individuals inspire us with their dedication, perseverance, and sportsmanship. Me personally, I'm the Vice President of Operations with Yellow Flag Productions and State Champs Sports Network. My colleague and I, Elizabeth, are excited to be your hosts once again this year. Now, Before we begin, and to keep the energy in here alive, I'd like everyone to please give a round of applause for the entire Detroit Athletic Club staff for making this night such a welcoming and wonderful experience. Really good. Yeah, I mean, this year especially, they've done a terrific job in navigating the first outdoor-indoor Athlete of the Year event, and they have stepped up again and knocked it out of the park. Now, the driver behind the Michigan High School Athlete of the Year Awards is the DAC Foundation. Donations fund the scholarships being given tonight, and the foundation supports several other athletic teams and events. And although we will be crowning quote-unquote winners here tonight, make no mistake, the foundation believes wholeheartedly in the Athlete of the Year and what the Athlete of the Year Awards represent. Amazing athletic accomplishments, of course, but it's also strong academics, individual and invaluable leadership, and celebrating the fact that each athlete has left an indelible legacy at their schools. This is a journey. Tremendous credit goes out to Sean Moran and the entire selection committee for all their hard work, from applications to vetting to the nominee selection process. All the way to this evening is a massive labor of love. So thank you, and thank you to the committee here tonight. All right, this is a great night for all involved, and this event would not be possible without the support of our sponsors, who are committed to recognizing the achievements of these scholar athletes. So thank you, sponsors, and here they are. Our platinum sponsors are Matt Conway and DJ LeMahieu, the Marks Foundation, Morgan Stanley, WC DeCombe Company, James Group, and the 3Bs. Our gold sponsors are Suite 618, Suite 500, Vince Brennan. Our silver sponsors, President Sanders and Waterford Bank. And our bronze sponsor is Butzel. Our student sponsors this year, we have a few, which is Assured Partners, the always reliable Beverly Burns, and the Rosenau Schneider Family Foundation. And one more extension of gratitude goes to President Tuxedo and the Somerset Collection, who have generously donated formal wear for both the male and our female athletes. And for all your formal wear needs, please visit President Tuxedo in Warren and ask for Ben. He'll take care of you, just like our male finalists. And the Somerset Collection with Macy's has provided the style for our female nominees. So please provide your patronage to them, and you can feel good about it. All right. How about just one round of applause for those who make this night what it is, some appreciation for our sponsors, please. Okay, at this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the president of the #1 athletic club in the country, the 107th president to be exact. Please welcome Mr. Duron Sanders.
So greetings. First of all, I want to give a round of applause to Lorne Plant and Elizabeth Coon. They bring the energy in the building like no other, so give them a round of applause, please. I got a chance to actually witness them in preparation for today. The amount of hard work, dedication, and effort, and the fastidious nature that you guys put into all of this is just to be commended. As Lauren mentioned, I get to serve as the president of the DAC, which allows me to represent the over 5,000 members of the Detroit Athletic Club, which also includes our DAC Foundation, which is the charitable foundation that was mentioned earlier. And as you'll see a video in a moment, supporting amateur athletics has been part of the core of the DAC since our founding in 1887, so over 137 years or so ago. And in fact, the DAC hosted the first national AAU track field championship in 1888 when the AAU was actually founded. And so with that, let's discover more about the athletic excellence of our great club. So today, the DAC continues to organize, host, and support many athletic events and activities. One of the primary missions of our charity, the DAC Foundation, is to foster the advancement of amateur athletics. I want to thank a few people in the room. I hope you guys don't mind me putting them on the spot. I'm going to ask Rob Barr and Katie Manning to at least raise their hand or stand up if you don't mind. They lead our athletic department and help put this event together. I'd also ask Sean Moran. He doesn't like a lot of credit, but if you wouldn't mind, please stand. Sean's been involved with this program for over 20 years. And then last but not least, I want to ask Matt Conway to stand up. One of the things that I love about Matt is he was actually in your shoes some years or so ago. I won't count the years, but he was one of the recipients of the DAC Athletic Award, loved the DAC and that award so much that he continued to give back. So I want to encourage you all to do the same. So it is now my privilege to welcome back to the stage Mr. Lorne Plant. Thank you.
All right, for just a couple of brief seconds, I want to recognize the entire Yellow Flag Productions and State Champs Network team here tonight. There's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes to put everything together. Each year, we're live streaming these awards tonight on our Facebook, YouTube page, and at both statechampsnetwork.com and dacathleteoftheyear.com. So if you could please just give them a little bit of applause for all their efforts. Appreciate it. All right, so we had a live red carpet pre-show that was live, very heated out there as well. If you'd like to revisit that and kind of see some of the conversations we had a blast getting a chance to talk to the nominees, and it's going to be archived on our State Champs YouTube, Facebook, our website, and the Athlete of the Year website. Check it out when you get home, and if you get a chance, please follow us, maybe like the video, share it. That's the biggest thanks you could give to all of us. All right, you guys ready to go? Well, let's do this. All right, tonight we have an extraordinary group of finalists, each representing their respective sports with staggering success and relentless resolve. This group of future leaders are truly tremendous. For the second straight year, it is my honor to share my hosting duties with Elizabeth Coon, who is going to host the female award portion of tonight's festivities. Let's welcome Liz back to the stage.
So let's jump right into it and meet the nominees for Female Athlete of the Year. As we mentioned earlier, our first female nominee could not be with us tonight. She is currently enrolling at the University of Georgia. Maybe she's watching online right now. She has an incredible future ahead of her on the court from West Bloomfield High School. Let's take a look at Summer Davis. One of the most outstanding basketball players in the state of Michigan, Summer Davis from West Bloomfield, has accomplished just about everything in the high school world of basketball. From winning the state championship to being recognized nationally on ESPN's Top 100, Summer Davis has just about done it all. And she hasn't done it alone. Beside her the entire way, her twin sister, India Davis.
I think it's very special. It's kind of rare to have somebody that have the same similar interest as you in sports, so and being able to have the same drive as you and want to do the same stuff in the sport.
After winning the state championship her sophomore year, West Bloomfield fell short her junior year, finishing runner-up. So senior year, Summer and her team knew what needed to happen.
I think just wanting to end our senior year with a win, state championship, and like how last year ended wasn't the way we wanted to go, so just making sure we ended it right.
And her hard work paid off. Summer was awarded MLive Metro Detroit's All-State Player of the Year, Max Prep Player of the Year, and one of the best nationally.
I think it's very special. You know, you want to get recognized in the country for your hard work, and I think I'm really satisfied with that.
And one award that hits close to home, Gatorade Player of the Year, an award India Davis won previously.
I was hoping I was going to win this year. You know, India won it, like both was winning. So I was like really hoping, and I was really happy.
Along with dominating the basketball court, Summer also dominates in the classroom, being named Academic All-State her junior and senior year. She also is involved in her community, volunteering for many events.
Definitely going to COTS to help during Christmas to give out toys to the kids. I like that.
The next stop for the Davis twins, the University of Georgia, and the best feeling, they'll be together.
It's a great feeling. I didn't want to get separated. Yeah, I was probably that was scary because, you know, we had the same bedroom, we do everything the same. We're just always together, and I just felt like it wouldn't be right not playing with her, especially in college, and being with her.
As for her legacy at West Bloomfield, it's simple. She wants to be remembered for her hard work.
My drive to win and just like my consistency and always being in the gym, like just a gym rat. I want to be known for being like that, just different.
Summer Davis, nominee for Female Athlete of the Year.
We want to wish Summer and her twin sister, India, the best of luck at the University of Georgia. Give it up one more time for Summer. All right, our second nominee is a former Player of the Year and state champ. And when it's all said and done this season, because we are still in the heat of softball playoffs, she could end her career back on top of the mountain. She'll continue her career at Duke. From Southline High School, Ava Bradshaw.
Softball star Ava Bradshaw from Southline High School has led her team to great success, always making it her #1 priority to be the best teammate on and off the field. Her team took home the state championship her freshman year, and along with the chip, Ava was also awarded First Team All-State, State Champ Softball Player of the Year, and First Team All-State.
It was great to get recognized for All-State, and it was obviously very exciting, but it was kind of overshadowed by like the team win of winning state and how overwhelmingly exciting that was.
From the beginning, softball has always been a big part of the Bradshaw family. Her father coaching Ava and her sister at a young age, building an incredible bond and love for the sport.
I loved it. You know, it was great. I think if you asked me back then, I would have had a little bit of a different response, but I really just loved having the coach at home. Like, it really helped me grow as well. Like, we could work on things whenever we wanted. And he knew me personally and knew how to help me grow as well, not as just a player, but a person as well.
That love for softball took Ava on to win the 2022 Michigan Gatorade Player of the Year and another First Team All-State recognition her sophomore year. And although Ava is grateful for all of her individual awards, she credits all of her achievements to her team.
It's very exciting, and I look back and I remember feeling very excited and very, just very overjoyed in those moments, but like, it was very short term. Like, it was very like, yes, this is awesome, this is great, but like, we have a game this afternoon, you know, and we need to win that. So I mean, I guess in my mind, I think those individual awards are a reflection of like your past hard work, but like they don't really do anything as far as like future, like how good you're gonna play in today. So like, it's great, it's awesome, I love it, but like, I love winning as a team more, and like, I say it all the time, like, I could win every award, but if we don't win state, it just doesn't mean anything to me.
Sharing her love for the game, Ava is also a part of Miracle League for her high school, hitting close to home with her family.
And that was just super rewarding because I have a cousin with autism, so it's very close to me. And we also have a peers program at school, so it's just very prominent in my life. So being able to give back to those kids and give them even just a fraction of the joy that I experience on a day-to-day basis was very rewarding to be a part of.
Reflecting on her time at Southline, Ava's legacy will stretch far beyond the diamond.
I want people to see that I'm not the same person or player that I was my freshman year, that like I've gone through things and experienced things and just had a lot of growth, not just as a player, but as a person, and like the maturity that has been developed over the past few years, whether it be through injuries, through losses, through wins, is important to me. And just remembering that even when I experienced the super high highs and the low lows, I want people to remember that I cared about how I was to other people and cared about the way I was perceived, and that's just something that's important to me.
Ava's next stop, Duke.
It's not just a 4-year decision, it's a decision I'm gonna make that's gonna benefit me for the rest of my life. I have friends there, I'm gonna go and have this great college experience. It's like the best of all the worlds.
Ava Bradshaw, nominee for Female Athlete of the Year.
All right, our third nominee is a 3-time All-American and an MHSAA record holder. Whether it's indoor or outdoor, she's one of the top high jumpers in the nation. The Texas A&M commit from Farmington Hills Mercy High School, Milena Chivoye.
Milena Chivoye of Mercy High School is one of the greatest high jumpers in the state of Michigan and recognized on the national level. Her interest in track and field, though, started in an unusual way, an at-home project with her grandpa.
During the time of COVID, I actually had an interest in doing hurdles, and so my grandpa and I, we constructed these hurdles out of almost like PVC pipes, and I was training and practicing, and then when I came into high school, I started trying track, but before that I didn't really have any experience with it.
That spark led to hours of practice and training to compete. Her sophomore year, she earned All-State, and junior year, she was crowned the state champion.
Like I said, my sophomore year was my first year trying high jump, so it was definitely, my sophomore year was kind of my beginning season, and then junior year I had a little bit more experience, more confidence in the event, so I think that definitely paid off.
Taking her talents to the national level, Milena found success as a 3-time New Balance and Nike All-American and 2-time AAU Junior Olympic All-American, putting in the hard work year after year.
I think it's just a testament to sports in general and how as long as you don't give up on something, you can always accomplish it again. And I think that being able to say that, oh, maybe I didn't get it this time, but I'm going to keep going and keep trying to accomplish this goal just says a lot about you as a person, and I think that's one thing that I love about this sport too.
And her support system is strong, from Michigan all the way to Haiti.
So I live with my mom here in Michigan, and my father lives in Haiti. So although he's far away, he's always here, especially they're both athletes, so they understand what it can be like. So I would say my parents, I also have a little brother and he's very supportive. And my coach as well, he's very supportive and he's very helpful when it comes to identifying my goals and helping me accomplish them.
And she returns the support to her community and beyond. She's a part of the George Steins Foundation created by her family, providing medical care for the Haitian people, along with sponsorship for kids in Haiti to come to the U.S. for schooling.
It's really special, especially because being a Haitian American, being able to see where my roots come from and being able to hands-on help the people is really a great experience for me. And I think it's just really important for everyone to be grateful and understand different sides of the world.
Milena will continue her athletic and academic career at Texas A&M with some big goals.
I'm very ambitious, so I'm going into the SEC, so I'm looking at SEC championships, NCAA championships, and then even further, I would like to compete in the LA Olympics in 2028.
As she closes a chapter at Mercy High School, Milena wants to be remembered for more than just an athlete.
I think that sometimes people get lost in the idea of athletics being everything, so I think that my legacy can be the student part, the athlete part, and also the part about citizenship as well. So I think just being well-rounded and also good at my sport can be something that I can be remembered for.
Milena Chivoye, nominee for Female Athlete of the Year.
All right, our fourth nominee is currently ranked the #1 female wrestler in her weight class in the country. 2-time All-American and 4-time state champion, and she will be heading to Grand Valley to continue her athletic and academic career. From Brighton High School, Sabrina Noss.
Brighton's Sabrina Noss will go down in the MHSAA history books for girls wrestling in the state of Michigan and across the nation. She's a pioneer for the sport, being named the first girls wrestling state champion in the mitten. But before she was able to set the stage in the girls division, she was and still is mainly wrestling with the guys.
I have been so blessed. I've literally had probably one of the best experiences from what I've heard from other girls, which is kind of sad. At least from in my high school room, like I was very scared. So I was transferring schools. I went from South Lyon to Brighton. And so first of all, I was just scared being a new student. And then I was also scared because I never had a girl on the wrestling team. And I was being one of the first ones. I was lucky enough to have my older brother who helped kind of like guide me in. And it's kind of like a familyhood. Like it's like everyone just kind of has each other's back, and I've been very blessed with great coaches that like treat me the same and give me the same respect as the guys, and we're all just at the same level playing field.
And a day she'll never forget. Ford Field, her sophomore year, a moment that changed girls wrestling in Michigan forever.
It was kind of like a relief because it was like, oh, this is what I'm here to do, and I was finally able to achieve it. And then, and so I was just so happy. I was so excited that I could go celebrate this with everybody now. I actually, at that time, I ran straight into my coach's arms. I jumped, and it was a big hug, and there was lots of tears, but happy tears, obviously. And it was exciting. It was thrilling. There's so many people, and you have the whole crowd in front of you, and there's only 4 or 5 mats going at once, and you guys you're the middle mat. So and being the first match, there's such high nerves, energy, and it's just great.
Sabrina is the #1 nationally ranked women's wrestler at her weight, a 2-time World Team Trials All-American, and a 4-time USA Wrestling Fargo National Champion. And as a trailblazer in girls wrestling, Sabrina is excited to see the sport continuing to grow in the state.
I am glad that I could be one of the trailblazers for women's wrestling and really kind of in Michigan and help the sport grow and see the growth. I mean, it's amazing to see, and especially these new younger girls that are coming up, because we have quite a few at our club, and they're just becoming so talented.
And not only has Sabrina been recognized on the mat, she was a part of a special tribute presented at the state capitol and inducted to the Livingston County Women's Roll of Honor. As a huge inspiration within her community, she also takes the time to give back, especially to the veterans.
So me and my friend Riley Hoffman, we're both part of NHS, and you have to be in a committee. So we decided to take on the Veterans Committee, so we're co-chairs together. And this year, a lot of those other schools around us have like a huge game where they honor the veterans. And so we kind of wanted to start that tradition at Brighton High School, so we planned this whole thing for the veterans, and we got in touch with a lot of them, and we had them come out, and we got to honor them on the field. So that's definitely one of my best experiences that I've had. And actually this year for graduation, we're going to get stoles for the people who are going on into armed services.
Sabrina recently committed to Grand Valley State University to continue her athletic and academic career. But before embarking on her next adventure, she wants Brighton to remember her more than just her athletic accomplishments.
I just want it to be kind of like a standard, you're not only a great athlete, but you're a great person. You do good things in the classroom. You help out your community. I just want it overall, just everyone kind of be like that. Everyone's just there for everyone and supporting everyone and helping out wherever they can.
Sabrina Noss, nominee for Female Athlete of the Year.
All right, our 5th nominee is the top thrower in the state, and this national champion proved it again by winning her 5th state championship this past weekend. The University of Michigan commit from Allen Park High School, Abigail Russell.
Abigail Russell, a dual sport standout from Allen Park High School, has made an impact from day one. Her freshman year, she was all-league for track and field in the Downriver League, and it was only onward and upward from there. Her sophomore year, she was the 2022 state champion for discus and shot put.
And even going into the state meet, freshman year state meet was not great, and so I was still nervous. I was like, maybe I'm gonna not do the best the previous year, but it ended up going really well.
Abigail also finished 5th nationally in the outdoor New Balance shot put competition.
The more I've gone on with track, this year is definitely probably the peak of confidence in track, and that just come from lots of practice, and then also knowing that I'm capable of doing that and telling myself that every day instead of the opposite.
This year, Abigail was the 2024 Indoor Nike National Champion. But the field isn't the only place Abigail shines. Her junior year, she was an all-league swimmer in the Downriver League, and her senior year, she was a 2023 state qualifier for the 200 freestyle relay.
I was actually on the fence about doing swim this year because I know I was going to do track in college, and swim ended up being one of the most rewarding seasons I've had this year. It was awesome. I got to be a co-captain for my swim team, and we ended up qualifying for states, which was pretty exciting.
Through all of her success along the way, she's made time to positively influence her friends and teammates.
So when you have the genuine connection of the friendship, you know that all the rooting and cheering for you is genuine, and that is such a great feeling. People in that friend group I got to go to states with, so it's just we got to build our skills together all season, and then we also have this super fulfilling and rewarding friendship out of it.
And while balancing a busy schedule on the field, in the pool, and in the classroom, Abigail takes time to make a difference in her community.
Volunteering is so rewarding because I also do PHP for my church and NHS and all those kinds of volunteering opportunities, and I definitely have a lot of bonds from there because they're super fun.
And with all smiles, Abigail will be heading to the University of Michigan.
I've always loved Michigan. I went to my official visit and I saw how the team worked together. It was awesome, and it was low-key magical. So I'm hoping that I can get some of that magic next year.
Leaving Allen Park, Abigail wants to be remembered for more than just her athletic achievements, but for her compassion, friendships, and kindness.
I just want to be the person that always helps other people out. I offer everyone rides. We go places and bond after track meets, and I just want to be the person that was a great friend and also a great support system to anyone who's going through anything.
Abigail Russell, nominee for Female Athlete of the Year.
All right, our final female nominee is a 3-time state champ on the golf course. She has also been a 3-time super team member across all divisions, committed to Purdue from Macomb Lutheran North High School, Lorne Timpf.
Lorne Timpf left her mark on Lutheran North High School in a remarkable way, winning back-to-back-to-back state championships, breaking records, and taking the crown of Miss Golf. And that love for golf started for Lorne at 5 years old.
Yeah, my dad got me into golf when I was really young. He took me to the range one day because I wanted to go, and then ever since then, I just started going through, going to different courses with him, going to the range, practicing, and eventually got me into some parent-child tournaments, and then tournaments after that.
Since then, Lorne has been a trailblazer for the Lutheran North girls golf program. Her sophomore year, she won her first state championship with a little bit of a chip on her shoulder from her outstanding freshman year.
So I was coming off of a 3rd place finish freshman year because my 3-foot putt bounced off the flagstick to lose. So I definitely was more motivated than ever to win that tournament because I know I had it in me. And I've been playing these same girls growing up, so I knew that I had the potential to compete with them. So the first time I won, I really thought, yes, I can compete, I belong with these girls.
Then, Lauren's senior year, she got the call that she had been waiting for since her freshman year, that she was Michigan's Miss Golf.
It was a huge relief for me because that's something I had worked for since I entered high school. Because I saw Shannon Kennedy winning it, and I saw all these girls before me winning, and that was my main goal coming into high school, was to win state championships and then eventually Miss Golf. Every single day since the first day of practice freshman year, that was in my mind, and just
every single practice I remind myself like of my goals and why I was doing this, even days I felt that, I don't want to practice today or I don't want to go work out today. Just really motivated me to win.
And not only is she an incredible golfer, but also an incredible leader. As a captain her junior and senior year, Lorne is inspiring the younger generation of golfers.
Yeah, it's been a privilege to me to do that because I get to pass on what I learned from the seniors that came before me. So just teaching them maybe a different practice drill or something to help improve their game and just show them how to go about tournaments and respect their other players, and it's meant a lot to me to share that with them.
Not only leading the team, but taking the time to give back to a community that has supported her throughout her golf career. She's even taken on the role of coaching.
I've been a coach for TGA for 6 years now. Just being able to share that with the kids too is awesome, and seeing them grow, and because I've had this one kid since I started, and just seeing him go and progress through it has been cool.
Lorne will be heading to Purdue University in the fall to continue her academic and athletic career. But before she goes, she wants Luther North to remember her as a hardworking, determined student athlete and person.
I feel like that's really what I've strived to do, and be well-rounded, not just in one aspect or another, but also in the classroom and in sports.
Lauren Tim, nominee for Female Athlete of the Year.
All right, at this time, I want to welcome up to the stage the nominees for the 2024 Female Athlete of the Year. President Sanders, the envelope, please. Okay. This year's Detroit Athletic Club Foundation's 2024 Michigan Female High School Athlete of the Year, from Macomb Lutheran North High School, Lauren Tim. Thank you. All right, congratulations, Lauren. Just take a look out here, soak it all in. Just, how does this moment feel to you?
I'm I don't know, I'm kind of shocked, and then also I don't know, it's everything's a relief for the past couple months now.
Yeah, talk about that. I mean, you kind of talked about it a little bit in your video, but just a relief, Michigan Miss Golf. Just talk a little bit about, how great those awards have felt for the work that you've put in.
Yeah, it's, crazy how far, I've come since I started, and just taking everything in and appreciating everything before, the next chapter of my life this fall.
Yeah, and we talked a lot about support systems, who has really been there for you. Who's here tonight that's supporting you out in the crowd?
Yeah, my parents are here, Coach Gill, and then our athletic director, Ms. Stangy.
Awesome. Give a hand for that support system. Amazing. All right, so you've obviously had an incredible journey at Lutheran North High School. I mean, talking about winning Athlete of the Year, what has that growth been like from your freshman year to now?
I think I've grown and matured a lot as a person. Just being able to be in the classroom with all my friends, and then being able to go on the golf course and hang out with them as well. So just all the experiences throughout the 4 years have really built me into who I am today.
Yeah, and we heard a little bit about it, but your coaching, you also got into coaching a lot. If you were to give some advice to some of us that maybe not as good of a golfer as you, obviously, what would you say? What's your secret?
I don't know. I think just staying patient. I mean, it took me a while to get to the point I am today, and takes a lot of hard work, a lot of practice.
Yeah. And what would you say to those younger golfers? I mean, the golfers that you have coached and just those who want to be maybe in this position in the future?
Just stay positive. There's a lot of ups and downs in golf. Like I've had you don't win as many tournaments as you lose. So just learning from those and taking it all in.
Yeah, and how do you stay positive? How do you mentally stay focused and locked in and, keep your energy up?
I think it's mostly, my teammates and then also the girls I'm paired with, just being able to talk to them because a round can be 4 to 5 hours and just like talking with them through the times you're not playing.
Yeah, absolutely. And you'll be heading to Purdue in the fall. How excited are you? What do you love most about that campus, about that school?
Yeah, I can't wait. It's a huge sport school, and so being able to go to all the games, and then I'm super excited for my teammates this fall. I've already made great friends with a lot of them.
Yeah, and what stuck out in that school in particular?
I think it was the coaching and then just how close the team was. They felt like a family, and, I'd love to be in that atmosphere.
Yeah, absolutely. And you'll be leaving Luther North, unfortunately, but what a great, amazing career. What is one thing that you're going to remember most and take with you?
Just everybody at the school, how supportive they were, and, all the friendships I've made along the way.
Yeah, well, congratulations. We are so happy for you. Your Female Athlete of the Year, Lorne Timpf, everybody.
Thank you.
This happens, you just don't know which way it's going to go. And again, we congratulate everyone. And I can't reiterate, because we say it, that you all are winners in every way imaginable. And you are so far ahead than probably the majority of where anyone was at your point in high school. So everyone supporting you in this room or watching live at home, they are so proud of all of you. And just being here tonight is a testament to your excellence in not just sports, but in life. So with that said, it is time to turn our attention to the young men. And each and every year, a stacked field of finalists. This year is no different. Let's get ready to meet the nominees for Male High School Athlete of the Year. Our first nominee is the reigning Michigan Mr. Basketball, who will be staying in state, leading the next generation of the University of Michigan basketball. Arguably the best player to come out from the west side of the state in a long time. What is not up for debate, the #1 nickname in the state. From Grand Rapids Catholic Central High School, let's meet Darrell Fat Brooks. Darrell Brooks is graduating the greatest basketball player to ever lace him up at Grand Rapids Catholic Central. And that's saying a lot, considering the last decade has been the most decorated as far as talent. Marcus Bingham Jr. went on to be a star at Michigan State before the NBA and now Europe. KK Caden Brown was the school's all-time leading scorer, AP Player of the Year. He's at D1 Wright State. Jack Karazinski was a Mr. Basketball finalist before heading to William & Mary. But from the first time he hit the court his freshman year, there was something different about Darrell. That first season, Brooks helping the Cougars win their first ever state championship, and he was 1 assist shy of a triple-double. He's the overwhelming favorite to win Mr. Basketball this year. He did. And despite all that, most people just want to know the genesis of that nickname, because everyone simply calls him Fat.
My dad actually is the one that gave me the nickname. So when I was born, when I was like 1 or 2 years old, I guess I used to just down like milk bottles and just eat like entire chicken drumsticks at that young. So yeah, when I was doing that, he just ended up calling me Fat, and it kind of just stuck ever since. It's hard for me to not introduce myself as Fat. Like someone I met today, I was like, I'm fat, and I was like, let me just And I said, I'm Darrell. I introduced myself as fast as I usually.
Brooks pulled off an amazing feat this year, despite missing 5 games due to a knee injury, and the fact that all of those great players mentioned earlier were gone, and the fact that the majority of his teammates were all underclassmen. Fat showed the toughness and perseverance to shine. Conference Player of the Year, Division II Player of the Year, First Team All-State, and the prestigious Mr. Basketball Award. Darrell smashed the school record for career points, scoring over 1,700. He also holds the record for most free throws made and 2-point baskets. But Darrell is not defined by his offensive prowess. Since a kid, it's been drummed into his psyche. Deny, deny, deny. Defense is the signature of any truly great basketball player.
Just showing young people, like, it's not all about offense. It's not all about, like, I didn't average 20 points a game until my junior year. So my freshman year, I averaged like 10 points. My sophomore year, I averaged 12. And my sophomore year is the year I got like my offers and stuff like that. And so it was all about defense for me growing up. And that's what my dad preached to me my whole life. He was like, you'll get your looks, just don't worry too much about scoring. Like, even going to the next level, they have people that can score. People don't get in because they can only score. People get in because they can play defense, rebound, and do little things like that. And that's what college coaches look for.
The all-time leader in steals and 4-star recruit is on his way to the University of Michigan. At the time, the only Michigan recruit to stay committed to the Maize and Blue, despite the new coaching staff not being the one who recruited him. Name on the front, not the back kind of thing. Helped his squad to academic All-State 3 years running, so the plan is to study at the Ross School of Business. Might also see some fat real estate for sale signs someday soon, as Darrell has already taken personal real estate classes. A volunteer coach for kids youth basketball, Darrell has also been an active member of the school's Peer Connections program, which helps kids with special needs in the classroom.
It's special just seeing like the different side of things where like people need extra help. And I think what really is best about it is like all those kids, like, they don't see the bad part of life. They don't see like even like the protest stuff. They don't see like the wars. They don't know about any of that. All they know is just come to school and be happy and be friends with everybody. So I think it just teaches you like a lesson, like everybody wants to eventually be like them and just be happy in life.
Darrell Brooks, nominee for Male Athlete of the Year. All right, our second nominee is the first of 2 male nominees from Northville High School. He is the #1 Division I player on the tennis court 3 years running, an All-American too, committed to the University of Wisconsin. From Northville High School, Sachin Kumar. The #1 tennis player in the state of Michigan hails from Northville, and his name, Sachin Kumar. This Mustang captain is a 4-time conference champion, 4-time regional champ, and a 4-time All-Stater. Consistently facing the most elite players in the state year after year, Kumar is the back-to-back-to-back Division I #1 singles state champion. Didn't lose a set on his way to the tennis Triple Crown.
That was the moment I thought, like, maybe my game's like, I can take this to the next level. Because when I was a freshman, I was nowhere near the level I was when I was a sophomore. So then when I won that, and my opponent, he's actually always been ranked higher than me. He's been a 5-star since we were like 6th grade. I was nowhere near that at that time. So then beating him in the final, I didn't think I could do it. And even people around me were telling me, this is gonna be a tough match. I don't know if you got, weren't saying I was gonna lose, but they did not think I was gonna win. So when things start clicking like that, that kind of changes your belief and you start thinking you can go for it.
Sachin graduates with an all-time 69-1 career record, 5-star recruit, top 80 ranking in the country. From his first tournament win at 10 to now an All-American, Sachin finished his senior year in style by being the recipient of the Michigan Mr. Tennis Award.
That's what you work for. When you played high school tennis, that's what you're looking for. So it means everything to get this award. And my sister actually won Miss Tennis. when she was in high school. So following in her footsteps a little bit.
Heading to Madison to join the Badgers of the University of Wisconsin tennis team, he'll also study computer science or economics. 3.9 GPA and recognized as a National Merit Commended Scholar. He's been a volunteer coach at Palmer Park Tennis Academy, co-founder of the Civic Concern Club, and organizing a charity tournament, Acing Autism.
That went through our school, and we have like a very big following Acing Autism through our school. So we got a lot of people to participate, and it was fun. People had fun, and we had a little tournament going on.
Sachiv Kumar, nominee for Male Athlete of the Year. Please stand. Our third nominee is the reigning D2 Swimmer of the Year, 5-time state champ in the pool and the record holder in the 200 individual medley and Olympic trials qualifier. Committed to the University of Notre Dame from Birmingham Groves High School, Gus McDonald. Birmingham Groves Gus McDonald is the reigning Division II Boys Swimmer of the Year and a 2-time finalist for the honor. A 2-time captain, 5 total first-place medals, and 4 straight trips to the state finals, McDonald has set individual school records at Groves, including a new state record in the 200 individual medley. He's a 200 and 400 medley all-stater 4 straight years and a dream teamer in the individual medley. As a leader, the Falcons have claimed back-to-back team state championships. This year's state meet, the icing on the cake. Down, but not out, McDonald and the Falcons roared back to win the state championship by a single point in the final race.
It was a feeling of bliss. We were all excited, not just about our own swims, but what each other did in the pool. We knew we couldn't do it without each and every person on the team's effort. And then we took like a day of celebration, really happy, and then it was kind of right back to work after that. Gotta stay focused.
A very familiar face in Beverly Hills, Angus is a volunteer swim instructor at the Birmingham YMCA. In the schoolyard, a member of Groves Student Congress and the National Honor Society, McDonald also dedicates time to his classmates through the Big Brothers Big Sisters program.
The juniors and seniors, they will help out incoming freshmen coming in to, build new friends, kind of learn the school. So they'll take the freshman's number, walk around the school, and then for the rest of the year, they've got to text them, make sure they're doing okay, and help them through all their troubles of high school.
A 4.1 student athlete, Gus is a USA Swimming Scholastic All-American. When it came to his future, Angus signed a national letter of intent to join the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Now, before he settles into South Bend, McDonald will make a stop in Indianapolis. Why? He qualified for the 2024 U.S. Olympic Trials in the 400 individual medley this July at Lucas Oil Stadium.
The Olympic trials, it's going to be a stage like none other I've ever seen before, and it kind of goes back to those mental practices. I've got to remind myself, just like any other race, I need to approach it the same way as any, not get psyched out because I'm racing all around these Olympic swimmers and people who are, the people I've dreamed of becoming my whole life. I need to stay in my own mental zone and focus on my race.
Gus McDonald, nominee for Male Athlete of the Year. All right, our fourth nominee may be known as one of the top football players in the state, but let this soak in. He's a 5-sport athlete, and he's either been a state qualifier, all-state, or state champ in 4 of them. He's going to play every sport at Hope College. I kid. Okay, just football, but maybe. From Mason High School, A.J. Martell. It's clear to say there has never been an athlete at Mason High School quite like A.J. Martell. Call him Mr. Versatility. he has been a remarkable 5-sport athlete. 15 total varsity letters earned during his time with the Bulldogs, along with being selected academic All-State in all of them.
So it was 4 last year, 5 this year. And last year I got hurt during football, so couldn't start wrestling right away. So I was close with the swim and dive coach, and she'd seen us messing around in the pool, like on the diving board, and she said, hey, like, I think you could do this. I've seen you put together a full dive list just messing around in the pool, so if you can't wrestle, like, you should try it. And I'm like, all right, that sounds good. So the same day I talked to her, I borrowed a suit from someone, I hopped on the bus to a road down the school and competed in my first meet.
Within 2 short years, Martell has built himself to become a 2-time state qualifier in diving. Baseball was AJ's first sport, so as an extra challenge, decided to give it one more go this year as a primary utility player. Martell's wrestling career has been the most consistent, as the Bulldogs have claimed 3 regional championships in the last 5 years. But on the gridiron, this dual-powered running back and safety ran for over 4,000 yards, holding the new school record. He was also in the state champs Mr. Football Final Four for the top football player in the state. And football is where AJ will focus as a member of the Flying Dutchman of Hope College in the fall. AJ cements his legacy at Mason with his time running track. A member of the 4x4 relay, AJ captured the state championship in the 300-meter hurdle race his junior season. A transition late in the season that his coach was not exactly thrilled with.
My best friend, who's actually going to Michigan for decathlon, was the 110 hurdler. He was really good. And I'd mess around with him on the hurdles and we'd practice, and he told me, he's like, I think you'd be good at 300 hurdles. You know, the form's not super important. I tried to convince my coach, and he's like, oh, you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna get hurt. And I did fall in practice one day, it did not help.
Moving to the classroom, Martell continues to impress. He completed 10 AP courses, holds a GPA over 4, and is an active member of the National Honor Society. He also achieved 2 Scholar Athlete Awards this year alone. AJ was voted this year's class valedictorian. Outside of school and sports, the senior class officer is also the director for Mason's social media page, organizing food drives, and head coach for a youth flag football team.
It's just really cool because, you know, I looked up to older guys when I was little, and I wanted to be like them. And so I think I've tried to, as I've moved through high school, tried to be the best example for those guys, make them feel involved and feel like that they want to continue, they want to get to that next level just because maybe they have someone they can look up to.
AJ Martell, nominee for Male Athlete of the Year. All right. Our 5th nominee will graduate a 3-time first-team All-Stater and twice decorated Dream Teamer on the baseball diamond. He's all set to ball for the Diamond Dogs in Mississippi State, or he might just get drafted. From Northville High School, Dante Nori. Dante Nori was born to be a baller. With a father whose weekly paycheck is signed by the GM of the Minnesota Timberwolves, but also a lineage of success in the national pastime, passed down by both dad and granddad. Dante chose to dominate in the great American game, baseball. At Northville High School, Dante earned Dream Team honors and was named a Perfect Game All-American following his junior season. Top 3rd in the nation, in fact. His father, a Big Ten baseballer at Indiana, his grandpa surpassed that success with a ride all the way to AAA. Like I said, it's in his blood.
I mean, kind of like as soon as I was born, I had a bat in my hand. I mean, it's great. I mean, till this day, I mean, you get that text from your grandpa every single game day. Just be you, everything, every single day. I mean, it's nice to have that and know what they've gone through, so leading up to this point, you're ready for anything that comes.
Growing up with a father who works every day in the NBA, Nori learned at a young age by watching the players work, not only what it takes to reach the highest level of your craft, but how you stay there.
I learned it's almost like it's never enough to those NBA guys. There's always room to improve, more and more and more every single day. Like I show up, there's already dudes in full sweat, and I'm showing up there at 6 in the morning to get a little lift in when I'm up there with my dad. Like going back to the Vince Carter days, you see him, he's working out with the Raptors back then. And even now, Anthony Edwards, who's still the most freak athlete I've ever seen in my life till this day. I take from that is you gotta work every single day, because there's, just like them, they're working every single day. And in my mind, there's others working every single day. And like my dad said, like as a kid, we're 5 years old. If I took a day off, he'd be like, oh, here's somebody, here's you. He's like, oh, someone's getting better. And that's just the mindset I have.
Nori's big focus outside of baseball, maintaining his 3.9 GPA and giving back in a multitude of ways. Not only is he paying it forward for the next generation of baseball players volunteering time and effort, but within the walls of the Ville, Dante is highly engaged in supporting students with special needs.
I'm with the peer-to-peer program, so on my B days, I'll go in there third hour, and my peer, Michael Montone, I mean, he's one of my favorite humans of all time. He's always in a good mood. He always puts me in a good mood. I mean, he's a great kid. But yeah, I work with the special needs kids. I've done that for 3 years now. But no, it's just fun to interact with them, help them out, and you just have a blast in that class.
Mississippi State will be his college baseball home. It was a no-brainer. Successful program, incredible environment, the perfect place to cultivate his passion for the game.
They took us down to an LSU versus Mississippi State football game. And you're sitting in that student section, you're just hearing I mean, you can barely hear yourself talk. I mean, it's unbelievable, the atmosphere. Baseball, I mean, self-explanatory. I mean, it's the best field in college baseball. You got the circle around, you can walk anywhere, you got families and everyone making hot dogs in the outfield. I mean, it's just a great environment.
And then there's this year's Major League Baseball draft. This past year, fastest in the country in the 60-yard dash and an event featuring the top players in the United States. Prep Baseball report Dream Teamer, some projections have him a top 20 prospect. This summer could open the door to Dante's dream.
My father, I mean, he's kind of talked like it's there. Like your dream, you grow up, hey, I want to be a professional baseball player. You watch these kids. And if that opportunity comes in July, hey, we're going to start that early. If the opportunity is not right at the time, you go to Mississippi State for 2 years. But the conversations are something special because reality starts to sit in where something you've been working for your whole life could possibly happen in July.
Dante Nori, nominee for Male Athlete of the Year. And good luck to the Northville baseball team as they just recently won district. So this week is a busy week for this young man. We appreciate him taking the time to be here tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. I would like to please welcome to the stage the finalists for the 2024 Male High School Athlete of the Year. Proud. This is a very nerve-wracking moment, but a wonderful one. And again, you guys deserve it. President Sanders, the envelope, please. Thank you. Did I ever tell you that? No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Detroit Athletic Club's 2024 Michigan Male High School Athlete of the Year. The definition of this word can be described as highly gratifying, so let's double that and recognize Fat from Grand Rapids Catholic Central High School, Darrell Brooks. Welcome to have some water here if you think you need it. You're all right? Okay, I know I do. All right, how are you feeling right now? What were you thinking as you stood there looking into the lights?
I'm excited. Obviously, I'm grateful to win this award. This isn't something that's usual or that happens to every student, so I'm very grateful, but I kind of just zoned out up there and didn't really.
I know.
So I was just zoned out and then waited to hear the name, and thankful that it was my name that I heard. So.
Well, who is your support system that is joining us tonight? Because I'd like you to call them out individually. So if they could please stand up for a sec, just so we can see where you are. Everyone here that's supporting Darrell, please. Thank you. I know it's embarrassing. There they are. So stay standing for a second. I'm calling you out. Just tell us who's here.
So far right is my mom in black, and then Sugar Butt right here, my little brother, and then my dad right here, and then Coach Chris, or people think he's my twin brother, even though we're not related at all, but he's our assistant coach, and then this is my other youngest brother, May. So they're all here today. And then my oldest brother, who's not here, he had a game for his college team today, so his name's Jordan.
Okay, good. Well, you could sit down. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. Thank you for indulging me for that. Now, when I asked you, when we sat down, and I asked you about the history of athletics in your family, I was a little surprised because obviously you have brothers who are all committed to athletics and various things, not all basketball, and especially your little brother's now getting into AAU. You said your dad claims he was really good at basketball.
Yeah.
How does he prove that?
He doesn't. He just. I just have to go off his words. So.
Okay. All right. Well, he's done something well. He raised you. I know that your little brother means the world to you.
Yeah.
I know that you said that. What's the best piece of advice that you give him now as he begins his basketball journey?
I would just say to keep working and keep people around you that have the same goal as you, because there's a lot of people that do bad things in the world. So don't let that distract you, and just make sure you keep working and stay in the gym.
There you go. And I think you mentioned it. Your nickname's Fat Fat. What is his nickname?
It's Sugar Butt. And I have no idea where that came from.
Yeah, I don't even know if we want to get into the genesis of that story. So interesting. All right. So the first time since 2017, West Michigan has a Mr. Basketball, Isaiah Livers, if you remember him from Kalamazoo Central, won in 2017. Everyone has a unique story of how they found out they were Mr. Basketball, but yours was a new one for me. So if you could share that briefly.
Okay, so we were in the regional finals against Ionia, I think, and my coach. So someone just got an N1 on me. He traveled, but he threw the ball in my chest, did all this stuff, and then my coach called me over during the game while he was shooting his free throw, and then he told me that I won, and I was confused. I was like, won what? And then he just sat there and started laughing, and I was like, oh, and then that's when I kind of put it together, and then so that's how I found out mid-game.
Yeah. Probably the first person ever to receive their Mr. Basketball news in a playoff game. So pretty impressive. Now, you had a pretty serious knee injury this year. You missed about 5 games this season, wouldn't even practice at times. So we talked about this earlier. You were risking a lot considering your college basketball season would begin in just 6 or 7 months. So you did not sit on the sideline. You won the D2 Player of the Year and Mr. Basketball. You averaged 26 points, 8 rebounds, 5.5 assists. You led a very young team to 20 wins, which was impressive. Nearly got back to the Breslin Center. Why did you put it all on the line when some might think I can't jeopardize my college future?
Just because my team and my coaches, they put so much time into me, trying to push me, trying to make me better. So I didn't want to make everything all about myself. I wanted to kind of give back to my team and give it my all. So it all came down to just wanting to give back to them and do good by their side.
And, you know, one of the things that happens, especially as they mature and grow, you know, they grow a fan base. You know, there are people who really want to see these guys play because they're so excited about seeing them in high school and what they may do in the future. Guys, will you put up the picture up on the screen for me now? So you can't see this, but you sent it to me earlier. Okay. So I'm telling them now, this is you and Allie. So tell me about her.
So I actually met her. I'm not sure if everybody knows what a Gus Macker is, but it's a 3-on-3 tournament. She came up to me, and then she had me sign her jersey and sign the basketball she had. But she had her basketball team name was Fat Fat Lovers. So that's when I first met her. And then ever since then, just going through high school, she goes to Wayland, which is in our conference. She's made sure to make it to every single one of those games. And she actually wrote an English paper about me. So I got to do that. So yeah, everywhere I go, she's almost always at every single game, and she's probably my biggest supporter I have.
Yeah, and in fact, one of the last regular season games, you know, he was really asked to sit out because playoffs were getting ready to go, but he knew she was going to be there. So we told Coach, you have to put me in the game. So that's impressive. Now, you're the all-time points leader in school history, steals, free throws made, first and forced turnovers, first and net possessions gained, whatever that means. But you told me that the best of times you had with your teammates wasn't on the court, but off the court, putting you on the spot. What's one of the best times you remember with your teammates that wasn't basketball related?
Probably just going to IHOP before most of our playoff games. So just sitting there and just having fun conversation, not even worrying about the game that we about to play. Just making new memories with them, probably my best moments.
Now, you remained loyal to the Wolverines even after Juwan Howard was let go. You were the only 2024 recruit from Michigan that stayed committed to Michigan. Talk about why you stayed loyal and what the University of Michigan means to your family.
I think just growing up, like playing with a bunch of guys that I grew up with my whole life, even when things weren't going good, and just having that loyalty to them. So yeah, I'm a loyal person. I just wanted to stay loyal to the school. And my whole family is kind of like diehard Michigan fans. Like every single football game, we had people come over, whether they played a terrible team or when they was playing Alabama. So yeah, whole family's diehard Michigan fans, and I'm glad I get to make them proud and go do big things.
Yeah, so how excited are you to start the next chapter of your history with the Wolverines?
I'm really excited. I think especially because everyone growing up, all you hear is it'll go by fast, and now that it's actually here, it makes you realize that it does go by fast. So I'm very excited, and hopefully I can get up there and get things going right away.
So one thing we didn't find out, because at the time we interviewed him, we didn't know, did you get into the Ross School of Business?
I actually did not.
Oh. See, this is all right. Explain why.
So I guess it's the fourth business school in the country, and they're very competitive, so being an athlete doesn't really give you the upper hand. So I guess you have a higher success at doing something the first year and then reapplying. So I'm going to, I don't even know what yet. Still got to figure that out. Then I'm end up reapplying, and then hopefully I can get in my
Right. All right. So if not business, I know your side hustle is becoming maybe a real estate mogul.
Yeah.
That could happen. Look out for Fat Realty coming to your town soon. Now, you said you loved chemistry and anatomy in high school, but you also love space. You're fascinated with space. Maybe you should be an astronaut.
I don't think I want to. I don't want to go up into space.
So what's your fascination with space then?
I don't know. I think it's just interesting how we don't really know anything about it. So just maybe finding out new things is kind of just something that I like.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's already a shooting star, and we wish him the best of luck at Michigan. Put your hands together for Darrell Brooks.
Thank you.
Tonight, especially getting to know the incredible nominees recognized for their elite athletic ability, their student commitment, and their leadership. Can we please just give one more round of applause for these amazing young people? Thank you. Okay, we're almost done, I promise. Now, it's become a tradition here at the DAC Awards to recognize the unsung heroes. This award is for the most valuable people in these young men and women's lives. These winners don't get trophies or plaques. They surely don't get paid, but they are crucial, critical, vital, and essential to any student athlete's success. So this recognition is given for standing at the rain at track meets, for getting up at 4 in the morning to get you to swim practice, for laboring to the baseball, softball, golf tournaments, and football camps 300 miles away, for all those basketball AAU events near and far, for helping our athletes learn the value of teamwork, sacrifice, dedication, community, and family. They thrive on your support, your inspiration, discipline, and most of all, your love. For all that you've done to make them extraordinary people, for mom and dad, brothers and sisters, grandma and grandpas, aunts and uncles, coaches, teammates, teachers, and athletic directors, on behalf of young athletes everywhere, how about we cheer for them And will our nominees please stand and please clap for your support system that's in the room tonight? If you could do that, please. Thank you. I appreciate you doing that. And we can't wait to follow all the incredible things that each of you will do from this point forward. Liz and I were honored and privileged to have been your host. You can watch the highlights and clips from tonight on the State Champs Michigan Network Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter page. Our State Champs Network YouTube page will archive the entire broadcast along with our State Champs Network and State Champs Women website, or you can visit dacathleteoftheyear.com. That's soon. Probably in a couple of days, we'll have an uploaded gallery of photos and things from tonight. So I want to, again, personally thank the State Champs and Yellow Flag production team and the DAC audio-visual team and the entire DAC support team for another amazing event. We are going to ask that you head to the room right to the left of me here inside, as there is dessert and coffee and other things as you make your way out. Thank you for celebrating with us, and good night.